when something happens to another person, or maybe a person does something which is not pleasant, which is not good looking, do we rush so much to judge that person? The reaction or how we react very fast is that we first judge that person. We do not want to know the cause, why that has happened, why maybe the person chose to do that act, to do it that way, to take that route, to change something. It's always good to try to think first before we pass our judgment. Why would that person do this? What would be the problem maybe? How maybe this person and trying to solve this problem in a different way, and most probably it didn't work. What's the reason behind? What is the motive? Sometimes some people are even psychologically sick, and we rush so much to judge them without knowing that these people are not even responsible for their actions, or something stimulated, something forced them to take that action. It's always good to know the root cause of anything before we rush to make judgments towards others. It's always good to be reasonable. Let us take our time. It's always good to ask ourselves, suppose I'm the one in that situation. Suppose this thing happens to me. What if I'm the one who did this thing and the people would be, chanting me? How would I feel? How would I take it? Always take yourself in the shoes of the other person. Assume, emphasize, assume that you'd be the person in that situation, because anything can happen to anyone. No one is immunized against anything. The things that we think that we can never do, we are most likely to do them. And we can find ourselves in situations that we are not planned. Something happens and we do the opposite, not because we wanted to do it, but just maybe because the situation presented itself. That's why it's not always good to judge others. And furthermore, even the word of God has too many, and we can find ourselves in situations that we are not planned. Something happens and we do the opposite, not because we wanted to do it, but just maybe because the situation presented itself. That's why it's not always good to judge others. And furthermore, even the word of God has to make you a judge. Sometimes the same judgment we use will be used also against us. It's good to evaluate the reason, the purpose, what maybe this person wanted to achieve. Because sometimes some things that are done even are done to bring out good results. But unfortunately, the results are not the best. So maybe some people want to achieve even something through that. But the opposite becomes true in reality. And that's why it's good if you know the person, find out, talk to this person. Maybe the person even requires some kind of counseling, and there we are judging them. Maybe they need our guidance. Maybe they require to be directed how to go about some kind of problems, how to tackle some things. Yeah. At all times, think. Suppose you are the one in that situation, what would you do? There must be a reason as to why we do things. And even that person who does them, which are not pleasant, or the results are not the best, most probably that person had good intentions, or was pushed by something to do that kind of a thing. So it's always good not to rush in judgment, my dear friends. Let us become human. Let us use our reasoning also, because we have been endowed with that. let us do what you would expect to be done unto us. It's also a golden rule. Yeah? Do not judge. Find out first. Know the reason. And if there's something you can do to help that person, be the cause for that person to smile and thanks to you and thank God that you can help that person. Maybe you can save even the life of another person. So let us keep well informed and always try to find out the